will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Golden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Ewers. That pass is intercepted, but he's out of bounds, so it'll go down as an incompletion and a stroke of good luck for the quarterback. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this.
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Unloads to the right, and that pass picked off. There's a live football. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
What a roller coaster on that play, Palmer. The defense gets the interception, and then he fumbles the ball trying to return it, but a heads-up play to fall on the football, and in the end, create the turnover.
It's amazing, David, because you know the defense practices getting turnovers. I don't know how often, though, they practice ball security. And they made that one interesting, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is to get the TO.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Feeling some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Off play action. Fires left. He makes a catch.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
So the offense will go for it around midfield. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Howard. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because If he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Another incompletion on third down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on fourth down in this area of the field really puts pressure on a defense. Throws to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Yeah, how about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick, and not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
To the ground. He's got it again. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Trying to find his man on first down. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Using his legs, it's Judkins. Now remember, they were stopped on fourth down earlier in the first quarter, but they'll try it again. Try to get it on the ground. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Here comes the offense on second down. Running back searching for a hole. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the first quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Dropping back, it's Howard. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Touchdown, Texas! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Going for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do now. Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
To the air, it's Howard.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive, and they can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's two thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get...
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach,
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty... It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He'll run into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the trickery pays off. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Power football with the run. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Right back to the well.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Tosses it incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit, man. They've won the day, especially against the pass. They've gotten to the quarterback. They've hit him. They forced him to throw off his back foot on that one. They've had 3 interceptions in this game. What a day for this defense.
And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This offense has a 2nd down play. The play action fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. To the air, it's Howard. Flips it out in the flat. After the filthy move, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Dumps it to the back. Caught close to the marker. It's Judkins. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Here comes the 2-point try. He's looking to throw. He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Golden. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Fires the pass, intercepted. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it 1st down at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Judkins.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The give to the tailback. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. Now on first down from the 28. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Dances away again. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. He wants it all. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing?
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They go to the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Looking for a man, it's Howard. Spits it out to the back. Threads the needle. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
Well, I love the body control there by the running back. He had to catch that right on the sideline, make sure he had his feet in bounds, try to pick up some positive yards.
Caught in the backfield, it's Henderson. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Buckeyes are on the move. He'll come out throwing on first down. Using the quick game. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Scott. Just plowing down the field. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck, trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. To the air, it's Howard. He makes his way into the end zone for the 2, and now they trail by just 13. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football?
Touchdown, Ohio State! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Looking for a man. It's Howard. And the pass is intercepted. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls on the football.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Now the play fake. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
On the ground, it's Judkins. Still running at the 40. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. This guy is having a truly special day, calling to mind the afternoon that Trace Sermon or Eddie George had, putting up huge numbers.
I mean, that's incredible. Just when you play and you put on that uniform and you know the guys that wore it before you and wore it so well, and you get your name mentioned in those L's and those history books, man, it's a good day.
They'll give it to the back. At the 20, he's got space. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Trying the run, it's Judkins.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on to David. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score 29.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to power their way ahead. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. They put together an 81-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter.
Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Bolden. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Here comes the Texas offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this run game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Looking for more room. Inside the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Ohio State.
number 30.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No, no, no. Flip the script. The big pick six. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bolden. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play.
Going for the big play. Brings it in down the left side. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorn! And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. That drive, a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ballard. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Might as well give it to him again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. On the run, it's Judkins. At the 45, on his way. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need it.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
What a great run there. On 3rd-and-1 situation, though, David, that has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting run on that one.
They're playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like 3rd and 1 to get first downs.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They'll play it safe and try for 3. It'll all be decided right here. Win or lose on this kick. Nerves of steel. Right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse. Just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.